Jake Burns, JBCI. Wanted to talk to you about Handel's Glendora. This is our 26th location, building the Handel's ice cream. We are preparing for the underground inspection. What you guys might be looking at in this, a lot of you experienced people, we're on underground inspection right here, but as you can see, all our walls are framed up. Our HVAC in the ceiling is completed. Our rough electrical is done. We have built over 300 restaurants. So we've come up with our own little way of doing things. We have found this way to be our fastest, most efficient method. Few reasons for it. One, we come down, we lay everything out. We'll match that up with the drawings. 99 out of 100 times, the architect's plans don't match the field conditions. This is our chance to get it right. So we can work with the architects, work with our team, work with our framers to ensure that everything matches up. We come in, we get that correct. We'll lay out our trenches, we'll mark it all out, then we come in, we saw cut. So that's the first thing we do. Come in, saw cut. We get that completed, then we have our framing team come in. They frame all the walls the way that they need to be. While the framing is up, I can get my HVAC done. I can get all my electrical work done. I can start laying out everything I need. All our underground plumbing gets over here. We're ready to go. We break the concrete. Get all the concrete out of here, excavate, piles of dirt everywhere. All of a sudden, it's a lot harder to work in this place. Now it's time to get busy and get our underground plumbing done. While that's being done, also other trades can be in here. Our electricians can continue to go. Our HVAC guys can continue to go. So we can continue to move this project going in a forward direction on all accounts. Another reason why we like to do that is, let's say we get an inspector that says something is incorrect and we're stuck on our underground. We can't get the inspector to come out here. You can lose an entire week onto your schedule. If that happens, we gotta recorrect some of the underground, fix something. In some cases, we've even ran our drywall up through all the perimeters of all of our new walls, leaving it up high. Wherever the T-bar is gonna be, we'll run it about 1 foot. We'll make sure all of our existing walls have the drywall. We'll run our shiny 90. We'll get our T-bar in, having that completed. We can even drop lights. We can do the rough sprinkler work, all the registers for HVAC. We can basically have that complete. So then we get down to the underground plumbing. So our concrete is broken out, we're excavated, we're doing our plumbing. An awesome benefit, and this is probably one of my favorite benefits, our walls are already in place. So we don't have to have string lines running out here, piles of dirt everywhere, trying to guess with our plumbers where the walls are. This limits the amount of mistakes we can make. We can literally take off each measurement from each wall that we have, making sure that we're ADA compliant, that we've got our egress, everything falls into place. So once that's done and we come in and we pour the concrete back, we are confident that everything is exactly where it's supposed to be. All right, let's go over the underground plumbing. Here's something that's super rare. The GC's doing the underground plumbing. Also, the GC did all the framing, all this electrical over here. This is all my guys. This is kind of the only way that it's possible with the method that I talked about. Our supers aren't just supers. I don't have any supers that work for this company that basically that's all they do. They all started off as tradesmen. The person that's running this job, Matt Lauren, started off digging ditches, pounding in rebar. I mean, I'm talking 16 years I've been with this guy. He runs all the handles. We do 26 handles. He's been a part of all of them. He's the one who makes it easy. I mean, every time I call him, he never gets corrections. It's great to have him and have him be a part of the team, because you're nothing without your teammates.
These are pretty cookie cutter. They, once you build a few of them, you know what they need, you know what the owners want, what makes things run smoother for them.
Having this way and this method that I talked about, it only works if you can do it in-house. The framing is done with our guys, the underground is done with our guys, the concrete is done with our guys, the electrical is done with our guys. We have to work as a team on this thing. Upon excavating, finding our main sewer line, we had a big problem here.
Challenges do come up on every job, no matter what, no matter how good you are. There's never not a problem on a job site. For instance,
our main sanitary line that we tied into is at the highest stream point of this building. It was only 16 inches in depth. But one thing you can't manipulate is gravity. So our farthest fixture, 67 feet away. 67 feet away, normally we're pitching everything at 1/4 inch per foot. 1/4 inch per foot wasn't gonna make it. Starting off at our floor sink, we're already at 10 inches. So go from 10 inches all the way to 16 inches. We got 6 inches of fall, that's it.
we trenched a little further, and tied in at 18 inches deep to give us about 20 more feet of play. And we raised the floor sinks at the furthest point away from the connection. That's where the depth comes into most play, and everything ties into the grease interceptor back to the main line.
And we had to be perfect. Everything had to be set with a laser. There wasn't any area that we could mess this up. Everything had to fall. All our vents had to roll up. So we did it. We got it accomplished. We're ready for the inspection.
Figure out a way to get it done.
It wasn't easy, and I don't think we could have got it done using a subcontractor, being the plumber. This took the superintendent, this took myself, this took the architect that we work with. Everybody had to make sure that it worked out perfectly so that we could actually make this possible, because at one point it didn't almost seem possible, but there's got to be a way. We figured it out. All right, back to our big day. Like I said, we're getting ready for underground inspection. So when we come in, we want to clean everything up. We want to have all the trenches set aside. Now, we don't want the inspector to tell us what to do. We want to show the inspector that we know what we're doing. So we come in, we run our green waistline tape. All our trap primers are set in place. As the inspector can see, everything's running into a wall, so he knows everything's in the right spot. We can show him that our brazing is done correctly. We don't want our inspector to jump up on a ladder and check our water table to make sure that we're under pressure. We throw up a water bottle right there, fill it up halfway up. The inspector sees that. Obviously, this entire pipe right here is filled up with water. He can tell by the water that's going up there that it's all filled up. We got our 10 pounds of pressure ready to go. Inspectors love that kind of stuff. That's the way we do it at JBCI. If they make our life easy in the process of doing the inspections, we can start off a good relationship. And like I said, this is our first inspection. It's underground. We want to set things right. We're going to do our job, and we're going to make his life easy. Handel's Ice Cream. People think it's like a little ice cream shop. It is in a sense, but for the most part, it's an ice cream factory. Everything that goes into an ice cream factory goes into a small Handel's ice cream shop. So you're gonna have your typical 3-compartment sink, prep sink, hand sink, mop sink, but we also got ice cream makers over here. We've got 22 floor sinks, 7 floor drains, a mini grease interceptor that comes into this building. All this has got to get mapped out all by my guys. And this is the advantage of JBCI. Having us do all this work in-house, having our background, building over 300 restaurants, tons of wholesale bakeries. This is not just an ice cream shop. This is the factory that we got to build. And it's smaller, which makes it harder. Having a team that all works together, making it happen, we can make something that's very difficult look very easy. Inspector just finished, passed inspection. Beautiful day, super happy. All the credit goes to Matt Lauren. Right now, it's daytime. Benefit of having in-house crew. PM crew comes in, we're backfilling, getting our rebar in, getting ready for concrete. Matt, when we pouring concrete?
Friday.
Today is Wednesday. We're pouring concrete on Friday.
Means we backfill the dirt, replace the vapor barrier, set all the floor drains and floor sinks, clean out covers, install rebar, pass inspection, pour Friday morning in 2 days.
Almost unheard of. That's how we do it. We found a Ouija board inside the wall, bro. I picked it up with a rag and threw it in the trash can.